might attempt it with the tteokbokki rose pasta dish that I have kind of in my back of my mind. Either that, or I might try something simpler that won't take up as much time. Something I definitely do want to incorporate into a future cooking stream is sous vide cooking. That said, though, I will have to get the meat done prior in advance, because those will tend to take a little bit of time to cook. But yeah, like, I wish you guys could have smelled what I was smelling at this point in time. It just was so good, and I was getting so hungry just making all this stuff. And that's at like 7:30 in the morning. I'm smelling all of this goodness, and I'm just like, I'm so hungry right now. So that is the red pepper paste. It is you can find it at any local Asian supermarket, or if you have an H Mart or whatever Asian markets you have close by. They have a wide selection of different pastes, and there's different types as well. Some of the recipes I've seen online, they actually use also red pepper flakes as well. So there's a powder, and they'll maybe mix that with some onion powder or other seasonings. And then after they add the gochujang paste, they'll also add this red pepper powder. So it boosts it up even more in terms of spiciness, and you can add other flavors. And it also will affect the color and make it a richer, vibrant color. Considering how fast this actually changed color, I think that had more to do with the lighting of my camera, because I believe it was set to automatic mode, so it kind of adjusted it. It shouldn't have changed colors that fast. In real life, when I was watching it, it wasn't like that bright. And it also could be that because I left it sit for a couple seconds while I was getting everything else sorted, that it was starting to like curdle a little bit, or maybe it was like starting to boil too much. Like you see those bubbles, that's not ideal. You want it to simmer, not boil like that. So I should have reduced the heat. But yeah, this is honestly a quick, simple dish that anyone can make anytime. Date night with your significant other. You can do this in half an hour, 45 minutes, depending on how complex you want it. I definitely recommend, I definitely suggest you guys actually try this dish. It's super simple. Now, I know I didn't give any actual measurements, and I just eyeballed everything really, and I find that's fine with my style of cooking. Obviously, certain things I will use actual measurements. But for this, I decided to just kind of eyeball everything a little bit, because I've done enough of this to know roughly what I need or what I will overpower. Oh yeah, it was so tasty afterwards. Like, I made so much, I gave some to my parents and my brother and sister-in-law. And they really liked it. So, I mean, honestly, I kind of do a lot more of the fancier style cooking, because I'm more for the presentation, because I feel like we eat with our eyes first, and then we eat with our mouth. So that's why I went for like that nice simplistic look here. Yeah, you have a great dinner, Don. Yeah, thanks very much. Like, I was a little nervous trying to put this together, thinking, oh, what do I got to do here? What do I got to do there? But, it came out really well, and I'm really happy with it. I got your appetite going? Well, that was my plan, That's why I wanted to do a cooking stream. I wanted to get people hungry. I wanted to get them interested in food. Like in our last stream where we were talking to that kid about his passion, this is kind of where my passion lies a little bit, into making food, making something delicious. Actually, let me see if I have pictures of previous dishes I've made. Let me see what I can find here. Oh, okay. So I don't know how familiar people are with the anime Food Wars. This is my attempt on. Let me see. Why is it not opening? Here we go. I tried doing the souffle that he did in the anime. So this is like my version up top there, and then this is the the actual anime version in the bottom left hand corner, and in this right hand corner you can kind of see like a cut of what I did. So I try to do it very fluffy like. Actually, this was a very interesting and very simple one to make as well. It's actually one I could potentially do on another stream. I didn't actually make that sauce. That is just a canned salsa, and it's sprinkled with fresh parsley on it. Or is it parsley I used? Or basil? It was an herb. I can't remember which one off the top of my head. I think it was parsley. To do this, though, you actually have to separate the egg whites from the egg yolks, and you beat the egg whites so that they're light and fluffy, and then you fold that back into the egg yolks that have been mixed up. So you have like this fluffy kind of batter in a way. And then when you put it into your hot pan, you just kind of pour that in and you just let it steam. You got to cover it with the lid so that the steam cooks it. And then you can kind of fold it easily. Now, the only dangerous thing about that, though, is it does deflate very quickly. Let me just see what else I've done here. Okay, so this is actually a dish that I did for for Christmas last year. Not 2021, but 2020. So this is actually a rack of lamb with roasted baby carrots and savory rice. So like this is the kind of stuff I don't do very often, but it's stuff I would love to do on stream for you guys. Just kind of do something fancy and show off. This one is actually the rack of lamb was done as sous vide. I think this was a 16-hour cook. I can't remember off the top of my head. Thanks, Jason. Yeah, no. Like I said, one of my major things is doing visuals, because